Here's a quick Gaza update for you. There is a ceasefire deal on the table, but there's a whole load of uncertainty around it. First of all, we don't actually know who came up with it. The US says the proposal came from Israel, but Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu hasn't agreed to it yet. There are 3 stages to this deal leading to a permanent end to the war and the reconstruction of Gaza. Tap and hold your screen if you want to read all the details. So who's saying what about the deal? The US has said that Israel is ready to go ahead with the deal, and that Hamas is the only thing standing in the way. Hamas has neither accepted nor rejected the deal, but says it views the offer positively, and a senior official told the BBC that Hamas would go for the deal if Israel does. Meanwhile, in Israel, relatives of the hostages still being held in Gaza are putting pressure on Netanyahu to accept the deal.
I'm here to support my government in taking this deal.
But there's a lot of politics at play. 2 far-right members of Israel's cabinet, Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich, have threatened to pull their parties out of the ruling coalition if Netanyahu goes for the deal. They said it would be a surrender and want the complete elimination of Hamas. Now, Israel's opposition leader Yair Lapid said he supports the deal and would provide the votes for it to pass through parliament. But it would still be hard for Netanyahu to stay in office if Ben-Gvir and Smotrich were to walk out. So for Benjamin Netanyahu, it's basically a question of political survival. US President Joe Biden has said there's every reason for people to think that Netanyahu is prolonging the war for his own political self-preservation. The ceasefire deal is all up in the air right now. At the same time, Israel is pushing ahead with its assault on Rafah in southern Gaza, even though the UN's top court, the ICJ, ordered it not to. More than 1 million people have fled the area since early May, and aid deliveries have dropped 67%, according to the UN. The Rafah border crossing with Egypt is totally closed. There are thousands of trucks stuck on the Egyptian side and reports of medicines expiring and food rotting in the heat. Another crossing, Kerem Shalom, is now open, but Save the Children and other aid agencies say commercial trucks, not aid trucks, are being prioritized, and that there's a mirage of improved access while the humanitarian response is in reality on the verge of collapse.